We have actually made capital back in the form of games. Someone donated Strife Veteran Edition.
Right.
And I actually got about 5 donations since then. In
really?
like one pack, like somebody on one of the people on Steam, the same guy who gave us Strife, I think, gave us like 5 games, something like that.
Huh.
On Steam. I installed them.
That's cool.
So I am morally obligated to play them now on video.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
it's like Insurgency, Abyss, Odyssey, I think. Superpower, like a grand strategy type thing called Superpower or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think 2 other things. I can't remember what they are right now. They're installed. So, thanks, bro. We're gonna check that out. Anyone else who wants to donate something like that, you can like go to like on the channel. If you look at the banner, at least on the PC version of the channel, if you want desktop, you can actually click on the Steam group.
Yeah.
And you can join the Steam group from there, and then my username is the exact same as the channel name and the name that's in the Steam group, I think.
Yeah, it's all pretty simple.
So,
and
there's a few reviews on there, like some short, like one. When you become a curator for a Steam group, you have to review a certain amount of games with like the games you approve of, and then you got to give like a short. So I got it for like a few games. I think you're a manager or something.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to mean anything. I can't do anything.
You can't do anything. I'm sure you can. It
I
says.
don't know how.
I don't know.
I don't know how to get on it.
It says you can.
Maybe if I went on right now, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like just out of nowhere, but I'd like to be able to.
What's going on?
What was this channel about again? Video games?
I don't know. I was thinking of talking about books and movies.
Books and movies.
I have a lot of books, and we got a lot of movies, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I haven't read a book in 10 years.
There's no way we could actually do anything with movies. Every time we've ever had video from a movie, it always got disabled on YouTube.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're so quick to catch movies, but they don't care about games.
Yeah.
So we can take advantage of that. Every time we've ever had a snippet from a movie, it's screwed it up, and then, but it's pretty hard to what do you have to do to get a copyright strike from books?
Maybe upload the text on,
No, I mean on YouTube.
Maybe upload the text on a comment on YouTube.
What? I wonder, yeah. Like, what if I was like... And then I just, like... And then... I stayed on every page just long enough for you to read it. And then uploaded the book.
Well, if this video gets deleted, we'll know.
Has anyone ever, like, taken a book to a video and then just... figured out what the average page reading time is for a human? And just put the whole book for, like, 40 hours in one video?
Like, opened it for 1 second under the average reading time? Like, what if you put a header in the video file that contained all the text from the book? And then encrypted it so that it would be uploaded to YouTube.
So you could get it in the video source code?
Yeah.
Oh.
But surely...
I know people leak footage of unreleased games onto porn websites.
Yeah.
It's really smart.
That is smart.
I've seen that a few times. So what's going on with video games?
What? Video?
Yeah, games, man.
You still play games? You're crazy.
I do from time to time, but the games I play, I spend 10% of my time playing whatever game that I just got that's new, and I play the other 90. I take the other 90% of my time to play games I've already played.
Yeah.
So we're down to like
I probably
90-10 ratio now.
Yeah, I probably spend 90% of my time talking about how I need to beat Bayonetta 2.
Right now, I'm trying to play Digital Devil Saga 2, Xenosaga 2, Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, that too.
Soul Hackers on the 3DS, that SMT game. I'm back into that now. Because I never beat it, but I got like 50 hours into it. So I figured I'd try to finish it up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, those are what's currently on the agenda that I haven't beaten. Now, there's a lot of games that are on my agenda that I haven't beaten, that I'm no longer playing, that I need to finish it or in my backlog.
Yeah.
A lot of them are on the Wii U. I've got Wonderful 101, Shovel Knight, Guacamelee, Mega Man Zero on the Virtual Console on that I want to beat.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy Type 0 HD I have. I want to beat that.
Yeah.
And Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I haven't actually beaten it, but I got a lot of the way through. I'm right at the end, and I haven't finished it.
Okay.
I really got to do that.
Well, that's fine.
And then there's games that I play that I've beaten a million times, but I can't stop playing. And they steal all my time.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And before I realized what's going on, I spent 5 minutes on the game that I'm trying to beat, because I need to get it on my backlog. And then I spent 4 hours on a game that I... And these games always come down to Ocarina of Time, Metroid Prime, and Resident Evil.
Really?
Resident Evil 1 remake. Like, I'm already halfway through all those games, and I only started these files like a month ago.
No, yeah.
And I just keep starting a new file, like every few weeks, and they just keep piling up. And I'm not allowed to play them anymore. Oh yeah, and Kerbal Space Program.
Oh yeah,
like,
Kerbal Space Program must be.
I just got I got the official Steam version, right? And I've already put 100 hours into that.
Yeah.
And I've only played it a fraction of the amount of time I played an unofficial version. So I must have had 1,000 hours on the unofficial version, because I was playing it just all day straight. And I have to, I'm embarrassed to play it now, because there's somebody on Steam that whenever I play it, they say, you better go play, something in your backlog. Stop, you got, whoa, tone down the space program, bro. All I see on here is Kerbal Space Program whenever I come on. And they just want me to not play it anymore.
Yeah, just stop.
So I'm embarrassed. So
stop having so much fun.
There was a few times where I set my profile to offline to play it. It's pretty bad. It's like reminds me of an alcoholic who hides liquor in the house. And when you go to a doctor and they ask you, do you hide liquor in your house? Yes. You're an alcoholic. Do you hide it? Yes. I hide my Kerbal Space Program. I go offline and then play.
You, sir, are a Kerbaholic.
Oh, god damn.
I got Guacamelee and now Freedom Planet on the back burner.
What do you get Freedom Planet on?
Wii U.
I really want that, but I gotta play Guacamelee too.
Yeah,
this Guacamelee looks good.
I'm playing neither of them.
And you have them. I'm playing neither.
What I've been mostly doing on the Wii U, hesitate to admit, is popping on Mario Maker for a while and just messing around.
What I do most on the Wii U,
just whenever something has a level editor, I can't stay away from it.
My most played thing by far, by light years, is the internet browser. I think I just hit 3,000 hours.
That doesn't.
I'm not joking.
That's the same with everybody. The internet is everything.
I can show. I think it might be 3,000 hours. I'm gonna look it up and maybe put it on a video.
Well, if only like you could count how much time you had like your PC browser open.
Oh my god! If I could figure out how long my Opera browser was open, it's probably
open right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's probably up like to 60,000, 70,000 hours.
I'm really starting to slog through Trails in the Sky.
I started that too.
Really?
And I'm slogging ass, like I'm in the starting area. I just
really,
can't do it. I want it on the 3DS.
Yeah.
I would beat it. It would be beaten by now.
Uh-huh.
Why can't they get this shit on a portable where it belongs?
It's such a time killer RPG, like Final Fantasy or something.
I want to play it before bed, when I'm in bed.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get up and sit at the PC ready to do something to play it. Because I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, it's like it's not designed for that.
It's barely...
See, what I've been doing is I've been sitting in the comfiest chair in the house. I have to be sitting in the most comfortable chair in the house, no matter where I am. And I've been controlling it with the mouse. And
to maximize comfortability.
To maximize the chill. Because you gotta be chill. You can't be focused while you're playing this game. It's too boring.
Man. You would love games that just use the mouse, like XCOM. I think you can play the entirety of XCOM with the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Oh, like a lot of them.
So you can lean like way the hell back and just play with your... Like sometimes I have like a book and I have it like this, the book, and I got the mouse upside down and I'm like just flat on the floor, like just playing. Like the chair is way back at a 90-degree angle.
Uh-huh.
I play Civ the same way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I've been playing Eschatos on Steam. That's really good.
What's that?
That's a shoot 'em up.
Eschatos.
Yeah, it was like a Xbox 360 exclusive, so...
A lot of them were original.
Yeah. Most of them, actually.
Yeah,
but,
I remember.
Yeah, it's really good and old-fashioned. And, Mushihime-sama also came out on Steam, which is a cave game. And, I didn't buy it. Because I'm just burned out on them. So that'll wait for a while. I think.
Elmanage Gothic is on Steam too, and I didn't buy that, and I really want to try it.
Oh yeah, and what was the other one? Grandia 2.
I don't have that yet, but I want it.
Didn't get that either.
I want that, and I don't have it.
Yeah, that's just more stuff for the backlog. But
the thing with Grandia 2, I don't think it's the type of thing I would beat on PC. I'm thinking about getting a Steam Link. I don't know, but I'm iffy.
Yeah.
Like, put a Steam Link, and if it had composite out, which I don't think it does, but if it somehow did, I'd hook up to this TV and sit here and play it with a controller.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, Steam Link is actually, like, really good, and it'll detect your home network, pick up your Steam games, and put them on your TV.
Yeah.
And then I would just... my controller would actually be wired, but the computer's only right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it would actually be like pretty good. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So Fallout 4 comes out soon.
Fallout 4, yeah. I've seen like the first, what was it, hour of that.
Yeah.
That YouTube video.
I'm not gonna get it.
And it looks exactly the same.
Fallout 4 has like a gigantic launch party thing, where a whole bunch of celebrities are invited, and a lot of them are tweeting.
Oh, that's where the budget went. Yeah.
A lot of them are tweeting about just like stuff that has nothing to do with Fallout because they don't know what it is.
Yeah. Oh, what are they tweeting about?
Someone said that I don't know if this is true, but someone said that some of the celebrities were asking if there was going to be Fall Out Boy playing there. The band.
Yeah.
And Toddler Howard was there, looking really short and awful. He's so short.
Oh man, that's what he does. He just sits around and looks short.
He sits around, looks short,
stands around on his tiptoes, looks short.
He makes the same goddamn game like every 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like they figured out exactly how to synthesize down what in a chemical process, how to make Game of the Year, and they just keep doing it. Like, it looks exactly the same.
It's kind of a problem when you're watching the footage for Fallout 4 and you're feeling nostalgic looking back to
10 years ago
when you were playing Oblivion.
Yeah, it has the same glitches that have been in Bethesda games since Morrowind.
Yeah.
Like the same kind of pop-in, the same everything. The creation engine is a joke. It's the Gamebryo engine with some slight changes. Mm-hmm. Still no ladders.
Still no
ladders. They can't figure out how to do that in 20 years. What I'm really pissed off about when games reuse sound bites, it really just triggers me a lot. Like, Fallout 4 uses the exact same sound bites for things that I swear to God I heard in Oblivion. The sound of picking something up and putting it in your inventory. Like, it's like I know the sound. I hate it. Oh, man. It reminds me of all those Dragon Ball Z fighting games that came out in the PS2. They made original sound clips from the voice actors for the first game. Then every game after that used the same voice clips.
Yeah.
They all have the exact same voice clips and the same sayings all the way through about 6 games.
Because, like, why pay the voice actors that many times? But with
some new sound clips.
With Fallout 4, it when you hear that sound effect, it just kind of jogs your memory and you realize that everything else looks the same as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with that.
Oh my God, it's like indistinguishable.
Like, it really is. Except you press a button to make dialogue.
It's even worse. You know why? Because now the dialogue options are voice acted, so that means there's going to be less dialogue.
Yeah.
And you have to go by face buttons.
And they're mapped to face buttons.
Mapped to the face buttons, so that means there's only 4 options. So that's going to carry over to PC.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And now on PC, you're only going to have 4 options to go through for no reason. Just because the consoles happen to have 4 face buttons.
Yeah.
It's like sarcastic. Yes. No. Tell me more. There's like 4 stupid things, and they don't really describe what you're going to say, right?
Yeah.
So it's not really a choice. And it's just so stupid. And some of the early reviews are bashing it a little bit. Like, they're saying it's actually kind of boring. Like, they were saying the story isn't good at all. There's no interesting characters. And it's just a retread. But I don't know. I mean, reviews can be wrong.
We are running Linux Mint with the XFCE desktop environment. We're going to play some TuxKart.
Now, why don't you explain what this is?
This is a what do you mean, the game or
the game?
Oh yeah, it's well, it's a kart racing game made open source by the Linux community, and it is a it has an online repository for add-ons where you can just browse all the mods you want right here, but it doesn't have online multiplayer for some reason.
Oh, it's like a little like most Linux things. It's like a nature colony of nudists, and they just live somewhere and make free software.
Yeah, pretty much.
They just live exclusively on tea and corn that they mill themselves. Oh, look at this, man.
Yeah, I'm playing as the XFCE mascot. I forget what his name is.
Oh my God.
And the controls are weird too, because this is made by people who don't play games because they use Linux.
It's made. This game was conceived and developed by a colony of hippies. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's literally made by draft dodgers who never came back home. So.
Yeah. Hold on. Players. Let's just make a new player.
It seems less like a game and more like software.
Yeah.
It seems like an environment for fun rather than a game.
That's my favorite Linux distro right there. Did that work? I don't think that worked.
Make us Bonald.
There we go. God.
We're not Bonald.
Whatever. There. Just make whatever you want. You can probably have 2,000 of them. You can probably fill up your hard drive with these things. So that's the way these things kinds of... Oh, it didn't change my...
Well, why don't you just open up the game in Notepad and just fix it yourself?
Yeah, that's what you usually have to do. Let's see. Controls, no. User interface, audio, graphics.
Where's the game?
This is... Oh, no. Change it here. Never mind. Bondle. No, Bonald. There. Here's the intro cutscene.
Whoa.
There's the GNU. That...
What's Tux?
Hold on. I'll get to that. This is GNU, which means GNU is not Unix. Which is an open source version of Unix, created by that guy. What's his name? Richard Stallman, I think.
Yeah.
This guy isn't a mascot for anything. This is an original character. He looks like crap.
You know why this is all crap?
Because it was made by the Linux community.
It's free.
That's
free. That's why it's crap.
Yeah.
Like, no one was willing to pay for it. Right, and they knew it, so they just made it free. That's the mentality behind everyone that just wants to make things free. They know they can't make anything good. That's the majority
one way
of
to
it.
see it. Yeah.
That's the majority of it. I'm telling you right now. That's why most of it.
But
is
not
garbage.
In this case.
Not all the time, though. That's
no.
not exclusive. That's not
in this case. Yeah. This wants to be free as in freedom, but also free as in free beer.
There's Tux.
Or, no, free as in... No, I had it wrong. Free as in free speech, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Tux is looking pretty bad because he's having problems with his graphics drivers.
Man, this is like got some serious conflicting kind of style. Like it has no unified style.
It's open source. Anyway, these are all mascots. This is a mascot for a messaging program. As is, what was it? Where is he?
That guy looks like the Pigeon. GIMP. Is that the GIMP guy?
Yeah, they got the GIMP guy here.
His name is Wilbur?
Yeah.
Oh.
They got the monkey from
I know that
Blender.
Monkey. I know, too, yes. Yeah. That's where I saw that. You can make a primitive of his head in Blender.
Yeah. And Puffy is the... I looked all these up beforehand. Puffy is the mascot for the OpenBSD project, which is sort of a more secure version of BSD. This guy's the mascot for BSD itself. This is like... Damn, I forget what this guy was. This is the PHP mascot.
Really?
They got mascots for everything.
I didn't even know who half these people are.
Yeah. Conky. Oh, this is the KDE desktop environment. Yeah. And this anime girl's like I think a website for public domain game graphics.
This is what they had to do when it was free. They had to make everything promotional for more free shit.
Yeah, I think they just...
That's weird.
I think this is just... Since they knew this was going to be the only Linux exclusive game in the world, you know, they just decided to make it themed around it.
They decided to own it. They're like, there you go.
But it's TuxKart. Like, Tux is the...
yeah, but, I mean, where's the game? Play the game.
He's the mascot for Linux.
Play the game, and then we'll see if it's good.
No, we're just enjoying how free it is. Come on. Isn't that what you do?
Yeah, but where's the...
Powered by GNU. See, what you're referring to as Linux is also GNU plus Linux.
Okay.
It's sort of a combination of the two. Just keep that in mind.
Where is the track?
Hold on, I'm going to tutorial land.
Okay. Do you have to type in a script to go to the tutorial?
No.
What?
No. Anyway, the controls are weird. There's like, it's a half decent game though. I mean, it's got all the good parts of Mario Kart, bananas, some physics. I don't know if Havoc is open source, but if it is, then that's probably it.
So it's literally Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Okay.
But with a boost.
Oh.
You can... what was it? Space. Space to use items. Oh, and nitro bottles, yeah. Yeah, and V to drift. It's got the same drifting mechanics as Mario Kart.
Oh my god, this is ugly. Is this all they could
fine.
muster?
It's free. Oh no, once you're in trouble, press backspace to be rescued.
Is this how Linux users have fun?
Yeah, when they really hate Windows, yes. When you hate Windows so much that you won't use Wine, then, yes, I'd suppose so.
I'm afraid these people are deluding themselves. Buying a product isn't wrong.
I do get that impression sometimes, yeah. I do get that impression. With some people, yeah.
Why do some people hate money? I don't understand.
I know.
They hate industry. They hate success.
Mm-hmm.
They're content with just wallowing in weird hippie colony games like this.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
While
the rest of the world just kind of forged ahead. They were just like, whatever.
But honestly, though, in terms of PC kart racing games, it's not... Like, it's alright. We've got some math there.
Yeah, but see, the average person has figured out...
The average person would not be playing this.
No, the average person has figured out that they can buy a Nintendo console to play Mario Kart. Right? And that's why there's no more good kart racing games on the PC. Right?
Yeah.
There's a reason, right?
Yeah, but, like, I don't know, some people just had nothing but PC.
You mean nothing but Linux?
Nothing but Linux.
That's all we have.
A very small minority. I'd like to meet somebody who had nothing but Linux to play games on.
Oh my god.
I mean, Linux is used for servers and people who don't play games at all.
Yeah.
Mostly.
It's like what people... for some reason, think Windows is. They kept trying to force home this idea with the Mac versus PC commercials.
Yeah.
They kept trying to force it like Microsoft was clearly for spreadsheets. I have no idea where they got off with that. It's the exact opposite.
Challenge completed, what do I get?
If anything, it's like Linux. Those commercials with Mac versus PC, the PC was more like Linux. Really.
Yeah.
PC is just a wonderland of all software being for you, and you first all the time, and whatever game you want, and the best version of games.
So in this game, instead of making you spin out if you press accelerate too early, it just gives you a penalty time if you press it at all before go. It's kind of cheap. But yeah, like, since anyone can make content for it, and it has like a repository in-game, that it has tons of content. I don't know why it puts bananas on the tracks, too. Like...
Yeah. So are you, dual booting anything else on this machine?
Well, I still have Windows 10 on it.
Oh.
Just in case. I mean,
Can't you get Windows
not
7?
really... The only reason I have Linux on it is in the first place is to, it's because I can't really play games on it, but... You know, in case I wanted to just play some low-end old thing, then got Windows there.
So what? You can't get Windows 7 for it, or?
I don't want to.
Why?
Because Windows 10 is alright.
Oh. I just assumed it's bad.
Slow. It's kind of slow on this thing. So I figured I might as well just...
Wait a minute, what, did this come with Windows 10?
Yeah.
And it's slow on it?
Slightly.
Ugh, why would they do this?
I don't want to... Don't get the wrong idea. I only installed this because I... You know, mainly for experience and because, I just wanted to toy around with it.
Okay.
That's all.
So Windows 10 is slow on it, though?
Yeah, slower than that's for sure.
Jesus, I wouldn't ship the computer if it couldn't run its own operating system perfectly.
Yeah, but it's a laptop.
Yeah, it's computer
and it's
hardware.
also Windows 10.
It's computer hardware. It should be perfect.
Windows 10 is really bloated too. It's also brand new. Remember brand new versions of Windows?
Yeah.
How wonderful those things are?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I remember Windows 7. It was wonderful right from day one.
Getting Windows Vista the first time?
Yeah, well, Windows 7 is not Windows Vista. Windows 7 is Windows 7. It was perfect from birth. It was born perfect. And
well, I'm not installing. I'm not installing Windows 7 just for the sake of having
Windows 7 was like Kim Jong-il. He was born an adult, and he was flown in by an eagle and a rainbow. There was a huge rainbow in the sky the day he was born, and he's a god.
Uh-huh.
You know, a lot of North Koreans believe Kim Jong-il was born a man. He was born an adult.
Yeah. That would make sense.
This is kind of interesting, though. It has a world where you can...
Yeah, I like this the first time I saw
like that. I think Nintendo should adopt that for Mario Kart World.
Mm-hmm.
I had that idea for Nintendo to expand upon the service aspect of Mario Kart 8 to include all Nintendo characters in Mario Kart and call it Mario Kart World and have a world map like this to get the stages.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in addition to being able to pick the stage
and
cups and all that.
That takes a while.
So it wouldn't remove the whole cups thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would just have this thing where you could go around a city. For the purposes of humor.
This seems grindy though. Like looking at it first glance. Maybe because like I only got like 20 points and I need 70 for the next level. Oh, this is kind of a chiptune-y thing going on. Hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Why are cupcakes bombs? Why are boost panels just weird flags on the ground?
It's just exudes like lack of coherent style. It's really strange for me. It's really taken me back to before style.
You know, it really strikes me as a game made for the sake of it.
Yeah,
for the sake of making like a kart racer.
It strikes me as a proof of concept.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really strange. Like
it's like they wanted. Like it's just kind of like you said, a promotional thing.
Yeah.
Sort of. Like a reason to more reason to use the operating system.
Why do they need to try to sell it?
Oh look, I got a console. Why do I have a console?
It's free. I mean, it isn't...
Why do I have a terminal?
This is free software on a free operating system.
Why am I in a terminal?
They have nothing else to do but shill their own system. In an exclusive game for that system. Why didn't they just make whatever they wanted? Everyone on Linux was going to play it anyway.
Yeah.
They were so unoriginal, they were just like, whatever, let's just look at the penguin again. Penguins are cool.
Well, let's get out of that. Let's just play a card with,
Let's play the Gimp guy.
yeah, I don't know, the Blender Man.
Okay.
Let's see. Normal race, time trial, follow the leader. Egg hunt. Ugh, no way. Okay, so all these are locked. This is not a good sign. Well, because it wants you to play story mode. It probably does have a full story.
That's really strange.
Surely someone using Linux would have enough free time to make
like, well, yeah, they don't have a job.
Substantial amount of content. Yeah. Like, they hate jobs.
So they don't have a job. They just sit around and complain and drink coffee out of thimbles.
Exactly.
And then they just drink artisanal coffee out of a thimble. And just, okay, I'm going to just play my Linux game all day. It's way better than Mario Kart. Jeez. In between complaining about Windows on 4chan sessions, you like uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Play Super TuxKart, you dirty...
You dirty, smelly ape.
Yeah. Get some taste.
I'm not...
I suppose there's
This music is not my jam.
I suppose there's other operating system communities that make this look like Windows. That are so hipster that it's just... we only use Red Hat here.
I was looking into it.
If you don't use Red Hat, get out.
Yeah, there's some downloadable characters. For example, the mascot for Amiga OS. And Amiga OS has been in development until 2014. There's been Amiga hardware in existence until 2014.
Holy shit.
The software has been in development until...
Reminds me of the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
People are still working on Dreamcast software.
I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, why not just use something else?
I only use Temple OS.
Yeah.
So there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you guys
want to get into that,
look up Temple OS. It's really amazing. I want to try it. I don't want to get into it in this video though.
Yeah.
So let's not talk about it.
It's wonderful though.
Hopefully that's piqued your interest.
But yeah, like, operating systems aren't really like that. Like, they're kind of designed around having a monopoly.
If the chief function of an operating system is to allow people to create software,
yeah,
why would you go anywhere other than the one where the most software was?
Yeah, that's really the problem with the whole idea.
It's really strange. It reminds me of people who their favorite hockey team is the worst one. The one that has never won ever.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, woe is me. And they're like, well, just can't believe that could possibly happen. Like, why would you want to fail? I guess they're just a professional victim. They just feed on failure. It's the only way I can explain it.
Yeah, yeah.
They must like it, because they just keep failing.
Let me through your shit. Ugh. God. This laptop also has that thing where you can't press too many buttons at once.
Oh no.
Oh no.
How do you handle even using these laptop keyboards where there's absolutely no travel? Ugh.
You know, I can't.
I told myself...
Sometimes I consider buying a new, like a wireless keyboard just for this, but it's not worth it.
I told myself after I upgraded from my laptop that I was never getting one again.
Yeah. Because
they just broke my back and my neck trying to play on my lap. It's just garbage. It's not as comfortable as a console or a handheld, and it's not as beefy as a desktop. So to me, it's the worst of both worlds. I don't know, that's just me. I know a lot of people like laptops for some reason.
Let's try Acon.
A lot of people even buy gaming laptops, which is really perplexing.
Oh, the only one open is Oliver's math class. It's great.
2 plus 2 equals 5, dumbass. You can get it in your head now.
Alright, so I'm hunting for eggs.
No, man, is this Easter? You're the Easter monkey. Getting Easter eggs.
Oh, come on. At least put it closer to the ground.
Whoa,
what
that's
are you doing
stupid.
with this? Yeah.
You really?
Oh, come on. Nah, this is too open source for me. What's this crap? Free isn't free speech. Oh yeah, and I think Sun Microsystems is also working on their is still developing their OS.
Sun Microsystems, like the people behind, are they
Like,
behind Java?
like, I forget what the thing is actually called.
Do they work on Java?
Yeah, I think so.
So, why would they make an operating system?
I don't know. They just have
no
the
one's
money
going
to
to
pay
like
people.
it. I don't know what. You know, private companies are doing some wonderful things, and that's not one of them.
No.
Google in the future is looking at doing an asteroid redirect mission. That's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard about that?
No, I didn't.
That's going to be incredible. Pretty soon you're going to have like
I wish Google wasn't evil.
Why are they
evil? They do
evil?
some pretty great things.
They're not evil. They make good products.
They're evil by Linux standards.
Oh, okay. Well, just because they provide a good quality product to the maximum amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, what's... Did I just go right through that?
Now, Microsoft's consoles are garbage. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't use their operating system. Like, I give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
And shit on something where shitting on it is due.
Is this... Nobody else is here. I think this is just a time trial thing.
Yeah.
I think there's just the... No, there's 2 left. Where do I go? This thing I can't get. There.
This reminds me somehow of Twisted Metal.
Really now?
But the way the stages are, like, kind of like a little bit open. Like, you can kind of get lost in a corner. You can't do that in Mario Kart, right? But you can in this. So it's like kind of like Mario Kart, but in Twisted Metal levels. Like, look at it.
Oh, yeah.
The way it's kind of you're in a room.
Well, most of the tracks are fine. It's just this one.
Oh.
I mean, some of them are designed for Easter egg hunt. That's why only like 5 of them are available.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Let's see what else there is. Keep up with the leader cart, but don't overtake it. That's
What?
bizarre.
Doesn't sound fun.
No. Go slightly slower than
Does he
water.
change his speed all the time?
Yeah. Subsea. Ooh. What is this all about? There's a lot of friggin' tracks.
Well, there ought to be. Right?
Yeah. Well, Blender is a very quick and efficient 3D modeling tool, so it's very easy to make content like this.
Yeah, I can see that. It's probably so easy to make a cart too, because it's
also
rigid.
free as in freedom.
A cart is a rigid object, so you could probably just shit out thousands of them in one day.
Pretty much everything represented in this game is really good, though. Like, all the software is really good. It's just
The problem is
the way some people brag about it is
well, no, the problem with the software is that it's also available on Windows. So.
Well, that's not.
So there.
Well, the people making Blender don't care about how popular the thing is on Linux.
No.
I mean, they make it for Linux and then they port it to Windows, but that doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like
they want to make the best product they can, and provide it for free. That's the whole idea of it. It's not a popularity contest.
They're making money somehow. Like, first thing you learn in accounting class is that no one does anything for free. Like, it's literally not. No human will do it.
Yeah.
They're getting a kickback somehow from someone. Like a subsidy from like another company, or they're getting donations. Even a donation is pay, right? If you provide a good product and people like it and they donate, well, that's great. That's pay. That's wonderful that people would do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, we've been donated things on this channel that had monetary value.
Yeah.
So that's technically pay, even though it's not asked for.
Yep. Oh, whoops. But you know, people making free software get donations as well, and they
Wikipedia's still going
I often
somehow.
wonder though.
Wikipedia keeps complaining that they need money, and yet it's still going. So clearly, something's going on.
I often wonder though how much money they make.
I don't know. I don't know if they have to report it. If they're like a non-for-profit, I don't know if...
Like people making a Linux distribution that like 4 or 5 people use, and they work on it for 10 years. Sometimes I wonder how they're supporting themselves.
If your company is publicly traded, you have to release all your accounting regularly.
Oh yeah.
Your numbers. But if you're a private company, you only have to release bottom lines and stuff like that. Like Microsoft doesn't have to reveal sales numbers for the Xbox One, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't do it anymore because they know they're losing.
Oh yeah.
So if it hurts their image, you're not going to do it, clearly, and they're not now. And World of Warcraft is no longer divulging. Is that the right word?
I suppose, yeah.
Their subscriber numbers anymore, and they can kind of do that. If your product is completely free, I don't know how easy it is to quantify what you're actually making. Or quantify.
Whoops. What?
Quantify revenue, quantify profit. You know, subtract that from your overhead to develop it.
Yeah.
But they have intellectual capital in the form of software and these characters, right?
Oh, yes.
So
these wonderful characters like this monkey that you can just paste into any model.
Yeah. You just get it free in Blender.
Mm-hmm.
It's a primitive in Blender.
What if you wanted to make if you wanted to make the world's freest movie, you would have to just fill it with those monkeys. Just make sure absolutely nothing looks similar to anything else in existence. And make it completely public domain. And just upload it to YouTube 1,000,000 times and upload it to everywhere and upload the source code. Hey, make your own movie based on my movie. I wonder where a world would like... I mean, I wonder what a world like that would be. Where everything is public domain. You can just do whatever you want with anything.
Well, it's hard to figure that out because it would never exist. Like, it couldn't happen. Eventually no one would be making anything. People would only be making things like this. This is an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
People would only be making software of, I don't want to say lesser quality, but,
what?
differing quality. I don't know.
Less consistent.
It's very hard to explain. Like, at some point...
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
At some point, it's easier for people to pay. Like, because they, when you see a value of something, it's easy for you to quantify in your head what it's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if things were priced exactly what they were worth, no one would make any money. right? So you can't. You actually have to fluctuate.
Yeah. Whatever.
And similarly, if things were priced exactly what they were worth and you saw it on the shelf, you would be less inclined to buy it because you know the money in your wallet has the same value. When you buy something, like there's an old adage, no one trades down, right? When you buy a toothbrush at a store for $10, say, you actually think in the back of your mind you're getting an $11 toothbrush. If it was $10 and that was the flat decided universal rate by every human that it was worth $10, you probably would keep the $10 because you would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a bag of chips that I think that for $1, but I think I'm getting $2 worth, so I'm gonna trade up." You don't trade the same, like everyone trades up.
Yeah. Oh, here's the Python from Python.
Really?
The Python coding language.
Where's the Kane from Citizen Kane?
And here's the Mozilla from Mozilla Corporation.
What?
Which is a corporation, by the way.
Uh-oh.
It's a company.
Uh-oh.
That's bad. Oh, and Firefox, a corporate logo. Tisk, guys. Oh, and there's Duke from Duke Nukem 3D.
What is that, I wonder?
I don't know. I can't download it because I'm not connected to the internet, but let's see. Yes, Suzanne.
Can you play as the Reddit logo, man? I wonder.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Is that a VL? I saw VLC. Is there a VLC pylon you can play as?
Where's that?
I saw it. It's there somewhere.
ABC. VLC. Oh yeah. Huh. That's probably the VLC phone.
Why are people making... Why are they taking it upon themselves to advertise programs on here? It's... What...
Well...
What's going on?
I don't know. It's... Maybe it's done out of appreciation for the software. And that's all there is to it.
Huh, well, they should buy it. They should, like, pay them.
They should pay them.
Yeah,
but they do through donations.
Yeah, donate.
Let's see, these are just the tracks, so there's not going to be any interesting games. And arenas.
Well, that's super TuxKart.
Yeah.
That's,
give it a try if you have, like, one of these operating systems installed, which you probably don't.
I wouldn't bother dual booting it, but...
No, just for Super TuxKart? Maybe. Well, to be honest, fam, we're gonna have toilet CARP for dinner, because this is the light gun for a PS3 Time Crisis game whose name I am not familiar with. What is it?
I think it's Time Crisis 3, but... Or Time Crisis 4.
Time Crisis 4, yes. Yeah, I remember now. This is the light gun for Time Crisis 4. It's pretty cool. It's got an analog stick on the back. It's got an analog stick on the front. And 2 trigger buttons on the front. And 2 very out-of-the-way trigger buttons on the back.
And nothing supported it.
And a very nice feeling trigger. It's a good gun, but nothing supported it aside from that game. And it was kind of neat. I used it for a bit, and it you can move around in game thanks to the 2 analog sticks. And the shape is just makes all that feel really natural. But unfortunately, right now, oh yeah, it looks like we have buttons for the safety switches, of which there are 2. Yeah, unfortunately, the sensor is broken. USB cord is kind of janked at the end, so we can't actually use it. So to compensate, we're going to do a different item. Now this is something I just stumbled upon. The EA Sports plug-and-play gamepad thing, which is by the same company as the one I had before, which is the Atari thing. Oh look, it was made in 2004. I didn't know that. Jack's specific hardware. It's specific to Jack's. Anyway, it catches the eye because it's based on the Genesis controller. So it can be assumed that it has some like EA Sports Genesis games on it. Which, if you are a human, you should probably have about 60 of them. So that's pretty interesting. The buttons are horrible and squishy. And there's a reset button that's the most horrible and squishy of them all. Hopefully you'll be able to squeeze out as much enjoyment from this device as it'll allow. But I can't because the batteries are just rusted through, and there's